be wondering what my friend meant by different. So while everyone else decided to write a novella because that is what the class thing said, I was like, I want to write a comic. And little did I know I would make things infinitely harder on myself. But it has been fun. I like drawing a lot. And you might be wondering what the story is about. Well,
For the creatures in caves, for the demons in hell,
for the slime of the earth,
for the dead inside, for the creatures in the mountains, for the freaks in the shadows,
for the voices on your conscience,
for the residents of the dark world, unite!
Break the world! In a world ruled by elves, dwarves, and humans, the values of the beautiful are law. And those known as monsters, well, they are persecuted because of this. They are persecuted within the realm of Kukarika, the kingdom of Kukarika. And those who do not adapt well enough are slain or displaced by knights. But the standards of the beautiful, even when they try, are too hard to reach. It's not good enough. Some are tired of trying, so they will destroy the world. Red Mommy, lead singer of Helbana. She is determined to make the world remember her name as the voice that helped shatter the Kukarika dream. Juicy, the lead bassist of Helbana. She's shy and quiet. She used a skeleton to try and blend in with the beautiful, but it failed. She's filled with hidden rage at the way the world is. She's tired of fitting in, and she's tired of hiding her rage. Ammonia, the lead guitarist of Helbana. To the beautiful, they're the horrendous undead. But Ammonia is a civilization of fungi without a voice. And they'll use this body and guitar to make themselves heard, even if the world must be cleared to make room for her noise. And Banga, last but not least, the lead drummer. On her quest to find the biggest stick she can find to break the world, she has decided to break the world in the minds of others to bring about the collapse of the old world so the new can be born. But she can't do it alone. It'll take every monster she can get, but she's already got a solid band to help her. So, that's the gist of it. So, inspirations, thinking a lot about how art can impact the world and impact your minds and inspire you. Sometimes you turn on a song and suddenly you're like, I'm going to break something. And a lot of this is sort of like, yeah, that's kind of like what the vibe of this story is trying to like create music to like change the world in some way. I'm really passionate about how art can have an impact on the world, and I really thought it would be cool if there was a whole story where a band of rebels were using their art to have such an effect that they might even battle against the heroes of any other story. So here we have Bocchi the Rock. I think that one's the inspiration for that one is that it's a group of girls making a band, and it's mainly for like the social benefit of themselves, trying to find some companionship and not necessarily trying to break the world like my band is, but still having a powerful impact on themselves by being in this band. Dungeons and Dragons, another huge inspiration. If you don't know, a lot of Dungeons and Dragons monsters are kind of minority coded. And I mean, I love Dungeons and Dragons, but it's always interesting to think about that. Like, oh, this goblin is me. I'm the goblin. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe it's time for the goblins and all of them to fight back. and maybe they beat the good guys this time. And so here, and also I have a few song inspirations that I really like. Hyro the Hero is like he's an artist who's actually based in Houston, where I'm from, and he has this cool new metal like sound that's like also talking about society and rebelling. This song in particular that I have is very just on the nose, like fight against the oppressors. Fever 333 is in a similar vein, always talking about the struggles of our world, but with like the cool new metal sound. And both of those bands are headed by Black people, and that's like really resonating with me, especially because in this comic, all the monsters are really just people who would be persecuted. But I made the monsters to sort of maybe elicit the feeling that bigots might feel towards people like me. And finally, this one song was actually a more recent inspiration. It's Rebel Heart by The Jerv. It's from the show Arcane, which has been mentioned before. I heard this song in the show, and I couldn't stop listening to it until I suddenly found that I had drawn the 4 pages that I had just shown you. And so yeah, these are this is my own comic book. What's next? I'm gonna complete this, obviously. Right now, it's a bunch of storyboards. So they're drawings, but they're not fully colored, fully penciled yet. So, and then throughout finishing that, I might make some tweaks and edits, the whole process of like regular editing and revising, so on and so forth. But after that, I do want to publish it. I do want to bring it out into the world and hopefully inspire some people to get a band together and break the world in people's minds. Or just break the world. Either or. And with what I've worked on over this semester, I think it's only like the first installment. There's so many different plot lines that I'm thinking about. Like, what about monsters who join up with the beautiful and become knights of Kukarika? Who are the heroes so-called, that brought about this world that kills monsters indiscriminately? And then what about, where would you stand in all of this? Those are things that I really want to explore going forward with this story in the future. But until then, thank you very much.
All right. Yeah.